blue planet is composed of 97.5% salt water and only 2.5% fresh water. The state of Florida is one of the coastal states in the U.S. that preserve and protects shallow water coral reefs.
So most days I wake up around 6 in the morning, get ready to go to work. I end up here around 6:30.
At least 500 million people depend on coral reefs for food and coastal protection.
Most of the time we do 2 trips a day, usually from 8 to 12 in the morning and then from 1 to 5 in the afternoon. Scallop hammerhead shark, and that's a greater barracuda. They're some of the more popular fish we have out here. Their numbers have changed over the years. You're seeing less and less of some of these fish and more of other of these fish that are less desirable because the water temperature has been increasing and it causes the coral reef to die because of coral bleaching, as you know.
Livelihoods that offer countless economic benefits. But global warming, chemicals in the water, overfishing, tourists, and over-exploitation of marine life have caused great damage to the marine ecosystem. Marine biology student Juliana Grillo explained to us this process in the Future Lab at the University of Miami. Marine biology students work at preserving and restoring this wonder of nature.
Sadly, in the past 30 to 40 years, we've had drastic declines of coral reefs around the world, which might cause us to lose these habitats and lose all the important features that live on them. But a lot of what we do now is fragmenting these corals. So we make big colonies of corals and we cut them into smaller pieces. Coral restoration has really been focused on branching corals like this species because they grow really fast and they're easy to work with. So sadly, in the past 30 to 40 years, we've had really drastic declines of corals. In Florida itself, we've lost over 90% of our corals in the past 30 to 40 years.
Coral reef ecosystems are some of the most important ecosystems in the world. They provide a wide range of ecosystem services, such as wave energy reduction. So a healthy coral reef can mitigate up to 97% of wave energy, serving as coastal protection for both flooding as well as hurricanes. When a coral gets stressed out, it expels its algae and it causes it to bleach.
Coral reefs are made up of millions of small animals called polyps that grow attached to shallow rocks on the shore and excrete calcium skeletons that provide rigidity and strength to the colony. These calcium structures also serve as a shelter for fish species to lay their eggs and protect their breeds from the largest predators.
So there's a whole range of reasons why reefs are really important, but they have struggled over the last 50 or 60 years. They don't look like they used to back in the 50s and 60s. And sometimes when a coral reef is underwater, it's hard for people to understand threats to their health. If you see a rainforest and it's been chopped down, it's very obvious that that rainforest has been destroyed. But when a reef is underwater, it's harder, unless you're a diver or a snorkeler, to understand the challenges that reef is facing. And our reefs in Florida, this incredible natural resource, are really being threatened.
It is estimated that up to 70% of coral reefs in Florida are now at risk of bleaching. This is largely due to rising water temperatures caused by global climate change. Without proper management, it is possible that coral bleaching could lead to a total collapse of Florida's reef ecosystems.
The first one I take the very last one, so that's only like 30 feet, right?
This is offshore off Key Biscayne, and we keep around 3,000 corals there on average, 3 to 5,000. And those we can grow out in our underwater nursery. So when we want to go plant corals, we bring out all our dive gear, all our equipment, and we go to the coral nursery. We collect corals, so we actually cut pieces of the corals off, and it doesn't hurt the corals, but it actually encourages them to grow faster.
Researchers and conservationists are working on a way to preserve and protect these vital habitats for future generations. While more work needs to be done, it is encouraging to know that there are people dedicated to restoring and protecting coral reefs in Florida and around the world.
So we found quite a few different things. So we found a big pile of rope here that's covered with a lot of marine organisms already. There's a plastic bag, glass water bottles, 2 of them, even a dive pocket for a dive knife that we found at the bottom, and then this plastic piece here and a piece of wood, and then monofilament. And you can't even tell that it's monofilament or fishing line.
Yeah, I think we got it. Good one.
We just returned from an exciting day out on the water. We're here at Hollywood Beach Marina, and I went out with Swallow Divers, a local dive shop, where we hosted a underwater cleanup. So there were 2 separate dives that happened today, and we had mostly a woman team that was out in the water, and we collected lots of different debris, including ropes and monofilament, fishing line that had been discarded and was just sitting at the bottom. So we did a great thing today because it's important that we clean up our mess. As human beings, we continue to put pollutants and trash and other things and marine debris in the water. So no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you can contribute to this cause. And we're so happy that we received 4 Ocean bottles. 4 Ocean's a great company that is working to clean up our oceans.
Coral reefs in waters all over the world are in danger due to climate change. Yet not all reefs are equally impacted. Physical factors like wave size and water movement affect which reefs thrive and which reefs perish as the oceans warm. With this, we can stop further coral bleaching and save the reefs. The blue planet is your home. The future of marine ecosystems depends on us.